Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Mark Alamano,
And I'm Margaret Carson.
and welcome to your BNN News Show.
Today we'll be showing you more on
Preparing for the SAT and ACT.
the auditorium fire.
Watch this segment to learn more on how to prepare for the SAT and ACT.
Students struggle with the SATs and ACTs. BNN interviewed students who have taken the test to see what advice they have. Senior Kaito Arishi explains how he prepared for the ACT.
I prepared for the ACT by going through a prep book and pretty much going through how the format of the test is and just studying how I could work faster in the environment.
Senior Jane Phillips describes the significance of the ACT.
It's important to do well in the ACT because it could change your whole outcome for college admissions, and if you want to get in anywhere good, then you need to have high test scores.
The ACT is challenging to many students. Fima Margovsky goes deeper into the subject.
It's important to do well in the ACT because the better your score is, the higher your chances are getting into a really good college, and that always helps out with your future, and that's good.
It's important to do well in the ACT because it decides whether you're able to go to the college you want to or not, and if you can get scholarship money.
I would advise you to actually study and start studying early because it's not something that you can just cram in, and it actually matters a lot. So take it seriously, and on the ACT it's really fast-paced, so make sure that you answer all your questions really fast.
The advice I'd give would be to slow down, would be to actually speed up and make sure you get as many questions as you can done. They're all worth 1 point, so there's no point in being stuck on one question, so just get through it and hope that you can get as many as you can right.
With my ACT feedback and scores, I worked on my weaknesses and how I could prepare and do better on the test.
The SAT and ACT test year-round. For more information, stop by the Counseling Center or visit the school library for additional help. This is Keith Wilson reporting for BNN.
Watch this segment to learn more on the auditorium fire.
Last Monday, December 5th, Columbus North students responded to a fire alarm just before the bell to start the school day. Students exited the building and were outside for part of first period. They found out that the alarm had been triggered by a fire in the auditorium. BNN talked to Assistant Principal Mr. Green about the situation.
Mr. Clark, Mr. Johnson, and I, Eric Stevens, our school resource officer, responded to it, and I opened the lobby doors, and as we rounded into the house, we just noticed smoke, and when we went into the house, there was a fire. So we decided to grab a few fire extinguishers, and Mr. Clark, Officer Stevens, and I put the fire out, and I think it took 3 fire extinguishers. So there was a lot of smoke, so we got out of there, and immediately the fire department was there, and they did a great job. They made sure it was out, and they started process of ventilating the smoke out of the auditorium. It's still being investigated, but initially it's thought that a light actually failed. The bulb perhaps got real hot, and it caused the plastic covering that you see when you look up the big square lights, and that actually melted and dripped on the seats, and that caused the fire.
As well as affecting students, the fire also affected regular programming in the auditorium. BNN talked to theater director John Johnson about its effects.
The fire greatly affected the programming that we got here in the auditorium, as well as the theater department too. We had 6 different events in the last 3 weeks of the school calendar for December and this semester. All 6 of those events had to move out, and that doesn't include their rehearsals as well. For the theater department, we're not exactly sure all that it will involve yet. The smoke damaged, obviously, the theater proper and the auditorium seats and the curtains and that sort of stuff. but the smoke also affected the scene shop, our props areas, and our costume shops. So as the investigators and the cleaners get deeper into the bowels of the auditorium, they should find out more information about how the theater program's been affected, but we should get that information pretty soon. For me personally, it displaced me from my office, and I'm sharing some space, kind of like a dorm room, with the choir department right now. But also it's just changed the scope and focus of my job. I've learned more about insurance and project managing and things like that in the last 4 or 5 days than I thought I was going to get for at least another couple of years.
It is currently unknown when the cleaning process will be finished and when the auditorium will be available for use again. This is Julia Vanderkolk reporting for BNN.
And that's it for today, Bulldogs. I'm Mark Alamano.
And I'm Margaret Carson.
Make it a great day.
Announcement on the show, please email us at nhs_communications@bcsc.k12.in.us. BNN is a proud partner of CNHS Media at Columbus North in Columbus, Indiana. All music is provided by American Music Company.